Only someone who hates women would say this about cats. If you thought Paul Mescal should be spit roasted for his answer to whether he prefers cats or dogs.
Are you dogs or cats? Where are you guys?
Dog.
Jesse Buckley's response is gonna enrage you, and it should. In an interview with Josh Horowitz back in November 2025, actors Paul Mescal and Jesse Buckley were asked whether they prefer cats or dogs. Paul Mescal said, "F cats, f them." Now, he is under quite heavy fire. Some have commented it's a red flag or vile to have such a strong negative reaction. I think he literally just sat there and said, "F them."
I don't like cats.
Fuck cats, honestly. Fuck them.
Are you actively trying to ruin your career? Like, what's
It's not terrific, but it's not strong or overtly aggressive. Even misogyny has entered the chat. Does Paul Mescal hate women because he isn't fond of cats? Let me say, I was raised with cats. I don't like them. They make me jumpy. They make me nervous. I far prefer dogs. But I respect cats and I admire them from afar. I love cat videos as much as the next person. I respect all life, except for bigots and predators. But I cannot stand cat people.
This is bad, so I'm going to get cancelled.
And I don't just mean people who prefer cats. I mean cat people. They're like boy moms.
Mothers who for some reason have decided to make the gender of their child their entire personality.
Because they so often think you should be drawn and quartered, if that's what it's called, for just not loving cats the way they do. And they say really absurd, baseless shit. Case in point. Hot take. I instinctively don't trust people who hate cats because in my experience, it's a red flag that they hate any interaction or creature they don't feel they can fully control. So you had me up until the end there because this is not just your experience. You're just regurgitating that phrase that cat people love to say all over the internet. You just don't like what you can't control.
They all say that.
I've read some very compelling arguments linking hatred of cats to misogyny, and it's all I see now. There was also another comment that was like, dogs and cats are very gender coded, and it's like, no, they're not. Society is assigning stereotypical gendered qualities to these animals. They are not inherently gender coded. That's misogynistic. You just don't like what you can't control. Please stop saying this stupid stuff. I am begging you. You can defend cats however you please. But this edgy bullshit. People's attitudes to cats have a direct correlation with their attitudes towards women, and I will not elaborate. This is honestly disappointing and upsetting. The person I know who hates cats the most is a prolific sex tourist, whatever that means. Make of that what you will. And to call people who don't like cats misogynists... No, you're just being Gabby Hanna levels of delusional. And you aren't elaborating because you can't. Like I said, there's people who prefer cats, and then there's cat people. Whether I agree with what he said or not, and I don't, it wasn't that bad. Especially in comparison to Jesse Buckley.
My husband, when I started dating him, he had 2 cats. One of the cats was like a pedigree model. Bitch. She staged like a coup against me. I'd come home and there'd just be like poo on my pillow. Right. It's me or the cats.
But I won!
You won!
Sorry! The story she tells is a massive red flag. It tells you all you need to know about her and her husband. Giving someone the ultimatum of it's me or the cats is an immediate no.
Immediately no. Like instantly, I was like, yeah, no.
I genuinely cannot imagine how you can propose that to someone and not be so viscerally ashamed of yourself. Because you should be. It's so crazy. I saw this the same day that my dog got spayed, March 3rd, and I was so nervous all day. I don't know why, but Grey's Anatomy crossed my mind. The episode where George said it's me or the dog, and everyone got mad at Meredith for hesitating.
Me or the dog? Which is it? You hesitated. She hesitated. You hesitated.
My dog is my family. I'm not choosing anyone over my baby. It's you or the dog? Okay, bye. Bye then. See you never. So to not only tell a partner it's me or the cats, or whichever animal, and your partner actually gives up the cats. Congrats on marrying a shit person. What makes you think someone like this won't easily abandon you too? They've already proven that they don't respect living creatures. General question to anyone who may be listening. This is something I feel very strongly about, so I'm gonna try not to get angry, but forewarning, I might. In my opinion, rehoming pets should be a last resort for very dire circumstances. And I mean, you have lost your home and have no income and there's no change in sight. So you either make the very difficult decision to give this animal to a home that can provide for them, or you watch them slowly starve. That's actually pretty much it. You get a pet. You provide shelter. You feed them. You cuddle them. You bond with them. You play with them. They literally love you. They love you. If you've seen any of my videos where I get mad, you know that like I have this thing this year. If I get mad, I feel it in my chest and my chest is starting to hurt. You are their whole world. So for you to just give them away because some hole told you to is absolutely despicable. Absolutely despicable. That is such a betrayal of trust and safety, and for no reason. That is repulsive. Both her and her husband are terrible people for that. I hope the cats found a home that actually deserves them and prioritizes them and sees them as living, breathing creatures with minds and hearts as opposed to disposable accessories. Disgusting. Just disgusting. What is wrong with these people that they couldn't just date someone who doesn't have pets and doesn't want to get them? It drives me crazy, bro. And to giggle and tee-hee and proclaim victory over it is so... I have no words. He's kind of heartless, and you're proud to be with someone like that. Loser, couldn't be me. I would never date someone willing to throw away a life like that. Moreover, I cannot imagine being such an insecure loser that I would gleefully claim victory over a poor animal who just lost the person they love. That is deranged and sickening. So, they deserve each other. Clearly. This topic really upsets me because too many people just see pets as little ornaments that they can dispose of when they've outlived their usefulness. That is a living being just like you. That's supposed to be your baby. Imagine having a child and just dumping them on the side of the road somewhere because you started dating someone who doesn't like kids. If that sounds insane to you, which it should, why is it not the same for animals? What he said really isn't worthy of discourse. You cannot like him for it, but I don't think it goes beyond just going, ew, that's kind of weird. Sorry. Incredibly nothing burger drama. Jessie Buckley and her husband, however, are apathetic and suspicious as hell and should be barred from interacting with an animal ever again, if you ask me. If I made the laws, they would not be allowed to. Frankly, Paul Mescal getting most of the backlash from what I can see is what's actually misogynistic. The little story she shared was 100 times worse than what he said. Hold women accountable for doing and saying bad stuff. Thanks. As always, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Here are my socials, and until next time.
I would like pick up my baby and like tote her around to be like, this is a little life and I love her, and I would literally lay down my life for her. And I don't know, everyone says that, but like, some of us are
Dead serious.
like, if I was fast enough to move in front of a bullet and it came down to it, yes, I'm taking it for her so she can live. But, like I said, she just got surgery, so no picking her up, no jumping. She's very, very bored, just laying in bed. My poor little baby. My poor little baby. Mally. Mally!
She hates having a cone on her head. Anyway,